So happy Venus Day to all the lovers out there. My name is Tiffany from tiffanystarology, and we're going to be diving into a love reading today. I was going to do some pre-shuffled messages for you guys, but I split the deck, and what came out was crazy from the tarot and from the oracle. When I split the deck, I got twin flame and soulmate. And then we got the lovers and the fool in reverse. I almost couldn't believe that that's where the decks split. What I'm thinking is going on here, and we're like diving straight in today into this reading with these pre-shuffled channeled messages, is there is going to be a separation from a twin flame connection where the flame has basically burned out, where maybe there has been burnt bridges, where you've come to realize that this is a toxic person in your life, and you're headed towards a soulmate connection. When we read this card, it says, for twin flame, purpose is to live life separately, learning lessons. Possible reunion after becoming stronger and awakened. Single soul split in half before reincarnating into two separate bodies. And the little quote says, I recognize our connection was intense and it still burns my soul. It's a connection that can never be broken, but it is one that must be balanced in order to move forward together. And then you have the soulmate card, which is a very different energy. It says needs are met equally, or needs are equally met. Challenges you to be more giving and loving, deeply connected without the codependency or neediness. And the quote says, I feel you are my equal. You make me want to be a better person, not just for you, but also for myself. You challenge me to change and grow. So you can see from these two cards, I'm so glad that they came out because it's often difficult for myself to explain the difference between these two, and some people even use them interchangeably, but they're not the same thing. There's this brokenness and this mirroring that occurs in twin flame connections that can be quite toxic, but a lot of the times they're meant to help your soul grow. And for some of you, again, it says possible reunion, but I feel like the vast majority of you are dealing with a karmic based on the collective energy that I've been picking up on. And as you move away from this karmic connection, from this person whom you've been deeply enmeshed with, and this doesn't always have to be a partner in love as far as romanticism. You can have a twin flame connection who's a sibling, who's a parent, who is just someone who you were meant to learn and grow deep lessons with. But for many of you, this will be a romantic partner. The bridge had to be burned. The situation had to be annulled, or you have to move away from this in order to find that person where you are being met equally, where you finally on the same page, the same path, where you can be loved right. And a lot of lessons from this situation is helping you to really find that right person, to know the red flags and the green flags, all of that. And to also understand where you need someone to meet you. What is it that you need from someone else? What healing do you need to do on your own? Codependency probably heavily weighed into this relationship. And thus, you end up here with this lover's card where it's like the bond was real, but the ability to move forward to where you're actually supposed to be was stifled by this person. The fool in reverse is not being able to take flight, not going the direction that your soul truly needs to go, not being able to live to your highest potential or see what else is out there. And this tender connection that you've had, although beautiful, although the spark was there, the flame was there, it's holding you back from a new beginning in your life that is more aligned with your truth, with your purpose, with your soul's ultimate happiness. So I think this deck is both upright and upside down. So I'm going to shuffle through this really quick, and then we're going to dive into the rest of your reading today, Pisces. That was an interesting place to cut the deck, because I was like, this deck is so big. Let me just, cut the deck. And it cut right to the twin flame. Like, that was... And I did shuffle it, so that's just what Spirit wanted to come through. So give me 1 second. Okay, I was able to get everything right side up. And the significator on the bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. I'm not a huge fan of the artwork that they gave the Hierophant in this deck, but you're headed toward a higher level of commitment. So if you've been looking for that 10 of Cups, that partner, that soulmate, that family, the engagement, the, going steady, combining families, moving on to new love, there is an opportunity for you here. So we're going to dive straight in, Pisces. Hierophant is definitely following traditional roles, getting married, committing to someone. So spirit guides, angels, and ancestors of the highest white Christed light, as we dive into this love reading today, I ask that you protect myself and the querent, and allow anything that should not be here to be released at this time. What do we need to know for this love reading today? And I'll pull a couple of oracle for you at the end, but I felt like that just breaking the deck in half was enough. A clear enough message that's showing that a soulmate connection is trying to come through for you. Just have to open the door and close the old one. Current situation for Pisces in love with this soulmate connection that wants to come through. High Priestess. So I feel like the jig is up. You may have been in a situation where for the longest time, and I'm kind of seeing the white and the black of her hair is kind of like that twin flame card. I don't even know where it's at anymore. But yeah, that dichotomy energy where you may have been in a situation or in a relationship with somebody for a really long time where you were blinded to the truth. But the High Priestess has her third eye wide open. And she also has a book of secrets, of knowledge, of things not seen on the surface. You may have received dreams, visions. You may have just come to a sudden awakening or knowing that it was time to move on from this connection. And that's okay. Do not feel like any time was wasted. Understand that lessons needed to be learned, and everybody learns lessons at different intervals. So some of you, this was a connection that only lasted a couple of years. For some of you, you've been in the trenches for decades, right? But the energy here is, I now see the truth of this connection. And what you've seen, you cannot unsee. You recognize the patterns. You are done with the betrayal, with the narcissism, with the person who won't meet you, where you are, where maybe there was a toxic lifestyle or third-party situations here with the Three of Cups, where there could have also been issues with vanity, or a person who had, I'm seeing like connections with people online that you didn't know about, or they had like a side piece or something like that. The truth has come out. And I feel like with this King of Swords energy here, the limelight was placed on this person, whether masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. But the truth has come out. And I feel like you maybe heard through the grapevine, because I am seeing the Page of Swords here, some information that you weren't super happy about, or there was some gossip, or someone told you the truth about the relationship that you were in. Maybe you uncovered it yourself. You did a little bit of snooping and you put your guard up. And you said no more, but now you're ready for new love. You're ready for new passion, Ace of Wands. And you can't unsee what you saw. I definitely see here like images, it looks like phone calls, maybe text messages, like you became aware of information about this person and you can't unsee it. That High Priestess saw through all of the illusions, saw through the codependency, saw through the fakeness, saw through what was hidden for so long in plain sight. That's what I'm hearing at this time. What's challenging? Yeah, wow. Strong energy in this reading today, the Devil. So you can't unsee the truth of this situation. You are able now, unlike that Lover's card that we pulled at the beginning where it was, oh, this is such a beautiful connection. You see the toxicity. Their hands are literally melting into each other. There's chains around their necks. There's smoke, kind of like a smoke and mirrors effect here. There's toxicity. There's bad habits, maybe drugs or alcohol involved, sexual wounds involved, maybe even sexual addictions in this relationship. But you're seeing past it. The devil in the challenge position is just that you weren't recognizing it. You couldn't let go of it. You couldn't see past it for the longest. But y'all are fighting. Five of Swords. Like, maybe you're even fighting with the other person that they're involved with. And you're learning that this was a karmic connection. This has been holding you back for the longest from your Ten of Cups. It could have seemed like the Ten of Cups. You may have had even children with these people, have been talking about having kids. But all the while, here they were, secretly making phone calls, going behind your back. I definitely feel like you found some receipts. Whether those are text messages, emails, you followed them, you heard through a friend or a cousin or, whatever. There was some kind of proof that I definitely feel will resonate with many of you, that you caught this person. And if you didn't get physical evidence of cheating or deception or something like that, it was given to you through a dream state, especially with the High Priestess evident here. Strengths at this time. Strengths at this time. Love it. 8 of Cups as your strength. This is a person who through a lot of, difficulty, it wasn't easy, emotionally heavy energy, they were able to finally break free. Walk away. Say no more. This is not my 10 of Cups. This is 8 of Cups. I'm drowning in my sorrow. Your strength here is the strength to walk away. You can no longer be blinded to the truth. You see clearly. It may hurt. It may feel heavy. But you walked away, or you are currently walking away. And what I love here is not only did you get the 8 of Cups, but you got the 8 of Swords. And so I see a strength in this of I'm no longer going to be kept in this box, this invisible box where maybe nobody else saw this, or you feel like you've just been silently suffering, maybe even going out with this person and nobody can see the truth, but you've just been feeling this heaviness, this trapped energy. And for so long you kept yourself there. That twin flame energy can be really hard to walk away from. Smoke and mirrors is for sure an energy that I'm seeing, especially with mirroring each other. When there's smoke there, there's a lot of illusion, there's a lot of delusion, attachments, not seeing things clearly. But now, slow and steady, you are going to walk out of this trapped energy. Knight of Pentacles here. Heading towards more stability, heading towards more happiness, towards a love that is stable. And right now you are at the chopping block with the 2 of Swords of making a decision to walk away. It's been a while though of you trying to figure this out. 8 of Swords, 2 of Swords, a delayed decision for sure. Area of focus for this relationship. 4 of Cups, new message. All these cups fell over. I really do feel like you found some information about this person, especially some type of written detail, a picture, an email, a text. And you are so unsatisfied in this relationship. You are so disappointed. There's this lackluster energy. There's this feeling of maybe you're roommates with this person. And so your area of focus is do not look past that. Understand that you don't even want to communicate with them. You've seen enough. It's time to reconnect, maybe back with people that you love. It's time to focus on your children. It's time to focus on where you want your life and your legacy to go. You may need to contact like your grandma, your mom, somebody that you can speak to confide in, to help you get through this. Sage advice, wisdom. And it's time to have fun again with the sun card here. This person's been blocking the sun. You are headed towards this King of Pentacles, towards this Emperor energy. A stable, financially abundant, real love. You could have been dealing with somebody who was like latching onto you, your finances, what you had to offer. What were they really bringing to the table? And all of that you were giving, and yet you still found receipts, messages, pictures, emails, search histories, all of that. And you're like, I thought you were supposed to be my person. With the Six of Cups here. Going down memory lane, remembering this relationship for what it was, but Spirit says, you're breaking free. 3 might be significant to you. I don't know why I said that. And this card adds up to 3. There could be 3 people that were involved in this situation, third party. That's what I'm getting. And for the longest, you felt like you could not let go of this person. There was something that you were really attached to them for. A lot of you, this is financial. This was your stability. This was a home you shared. Again, children. There was something that the two of you had together. It could have been a business that you built. But Spirit says it's time to move on from all of this sabotage, all of this betrayal energy, and welcome in this new love, Ace of Cups, that wants to come in for you. This message is powerful, Pisces. Loving the energy. Very easy to read today. Near future for the two of you. Or for you. Oh, love it. The Fool and the Upright. This is saying you peeped the truth, the reality of what was a toxic twin flame connection, a toxic lover, a toxic whoever this was. Does not have to be romantic love. But you moved on. You saw the reality of where this was going to take you. Near future, you take the leap, you take the risk, you hop onto this new platform. And instead of this being in the reverse, we have it in the upright. Oh, thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. That is beautiful energy, Pisces. You're setting yourself up for success by finally deciding for yourself that you're not going to take less than you deserve. You are not willing to take less than you deserve. You know that your heart, your mind, and your soul were definitely being toyed and betrayed, belittled, deceived. And this person who looks really melancholy, I see her taking flight again. She's got this energy about her where she's ready for that glow to come back into her face. You may have even changed your hair color. Hers is black and white and this one's red. A lot of the times people, especially women, I feel like they change their hair when you're ready for a new relationship or a new you. You're ready for this King of Cups. You're ready for this person who's grounded, who's emotionally stable, who you can count on, who you can depend on. You're ready for a true leader. You're ready for somebody who's going to be there for you. All right, recent past for Pisces. I'm proud of you, Pisces. It's not easy to take flight. It's probably one of the harder things you've done. Recent past. 9 of Pentacles. You broke up with this energy. You said, I'm more worthy than you will ever know. I will not sit here. I will not toy with this situation. You may have taken yourself away on a self-care day. You may have told this person, I can do that all by myself. I don't need you to take care of me. I'll take my half and you take yours. I do see an energy of walking into your power. I love that for you. I just got a text from somebody that says, maybe Hannah. So that name could be significant. Maybe you saw a text from Hannah. Or your name could be Hannah. The person you could be dealing with in love could be Hannah. Advice. Advice. Yes. So much repetition. Spirit is being so loud and clear. This was a judgment call. Whatever you found, that proof, that secrecy, you even could have just come to, again, like I said, like a spiritual awakening. You could have received a dream, a sudden download, an epiphany. You watched a tarot reading. You got a psychic reading done and you were like, whoa. And now those ropes, those chains have dissolved from around your wrists. You are free. This person was holding you back in more ways than you know. You were becoming a ghost of yourself. You may have even stopped recognizing yourself as this relationship progressed, because they were literally taking from you. They were sucking your soul. So Spirit says, I'm giving you a second chance to write a new story, to plant new seeds. There's a tree attached to this pencil. There's water coming out of it. There's a fresh rebirth energy here, a renewal of emotion. They could have made you heavily detached from your emotions. And that's probably as a result of you learning that in order to protect yourself, you had to be less emotional. And that is not Pisces. You are a water sign. You are the fish. You are fully submerged in water at all times. That is how you survive. So if this person was literally taking away your core essence and had you living in this like blue energy, I'm hearing the song Blue by Billie Eilish. They had you in this like depressive state where you couldn't see this side of yourself, this free person. And you really did. You became a shell or a ghost of who you used to be. So your advice is to just take that truth, accept it, run with it, move on from it. Accept that this was not meant to be. I'm hearing some of you say, I can't believe this. I don't want to believe this. How could you do this? How did I not see this? It is what it is. Yeah, there's just an energy of almost like disbelief, but like having to just accept it. So current environment for Pisces. Current environment for Pisces. The Hanged Man. So you could be in a energy right now where you're feeling a little bit out of body with this person. You're definitely reflecting about the past. You're not moving yet. I feel your soul is going through a lot of distortion and it's trying to come back into the self. So if you flip this card over, it's almost like she's on her roof and she's trying to come back down to center where, you know, her ukulele is and her bed is. So you're also starting to get reconnected back with the old you, because this person really stripped you of a lot of things, you know, that you used to do, who you used to be. But you haven't moved on fully from this connection yet. I am still seeing the Six of Cups. We are still very nostalgic and you are going through healing. I feel like you're thinking about all the good times that you had. Some of you were married to this person. Some of you, again, have children with this person, a home with this person. And it really could have been a beautiful situation, but you tried to work on this for as long as you possibly could. But it left you feeling depressed, defeated, Four of Swords, needing to take a break. Needing to just really get your mind together about this person. I really feel like they stole a part of you. You sacrificed a great deal of your energy to support this connection. And now you're coming back to self. You're going to find yourself again, Pisces. Major glow up energy is going to come through for you. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears for Pisces. Three of Pentacles. The hope is that you can rebuild. The fear would be that you couldn't. The Three of Pentacles is being aligned with the right people, having the right support systems. This could be, you getting back into a better groove with your work. This could be you deciding that you're going to start physically working on your body, cutting out some habits I'm seeing for some of you. Your social circles are going to change. Maybe your social circles were intertwined with this person's social circles. So now you've got to go in a little bit of a change, finding yourself again. Some of you are going to be working with a therapist. Also, some of you are just going to be collaborating with some kind of official person who's going to help you sort through the details of the separation. So it's going to be kind of like, we need to all figure out how to work together. And I feel like this person, as much as they love you and you love them, they are going to be willing to work with you to sort things out amicably. They may have been a little bit more toxic in the past, but it seems like the two of you are coming to a place of like, let's just get this sorted and figured out. I know that we can't be together. Like there's a mutuality here. But I really don't want you to worry, Pisces. You're really about to go into this Empress energy where you are going to receive the love, the care, the affection. Some of you, if you didn't have children with this person, you're about to have children with the next person. You're putting down these burdens that they had you carrying, all this weight, picking up all the slack, burning you out. They may have left you on red, left you in the cold. And also, you could have just been in a state of confusion with this person. Like, love should not be confusing. A true love match will not leave you, like, wanting more, being left on red, wondering why they're on their social media, but they're not messaging you. You won't wait to hear from them for days or weeks. They won't ghost you. Like, it will be more obvious, more evident. Yeah, they will, like, their effort, they will show up for you, Pisces. If they wanted to be there, they would. And oftentimes you were left in this energy here of trying to put yourself back together, put all the pieces of this relationship back together. Whatever you found out, it broke you. Or it's been a slow burn and a breaking over time. But it was all to reconnect you with your soul, Pisces, with the Queen of Cups. And I see beneath her, this card already came out, but it's back, is the King of Cups. And so I see as you dive back into yourself, my love, there's going to be a person that sees you, that wants to be there for you, that sees this beauty in you, that you are going to start to unravel when you go back on that journey to the self, right? When you free yourself, when you let go of this soul tie. I see somebody talking to a friend about you and be like, wow, this beautiful, this handsome Pisces, this work that they do, this angelic presence that they have, this beautiful body that they have. I see someone seeing you for you. And you don't have to be in this Nine of Swords anymore. Like, let that go. This relationship, even if you have let it go, like it still may plague you, right? In the mind a bit. You have to understand that someone's going to see you for who you really are, Pisces. If you desire love. If you don't, and you just want to go in your own way, that can be you finding you. Okay? Take it as it resonates. All right, our last card. Loving this message, though, truly. Potential outcome. Potential outcome for Pisces. I hear less is more. Yeah, the Tower. Something unexpected is going to happen, Pisces. Unexpectedly ending, and then an unexpected beginning. And what you thought was the world falling apart was actually everything you needed to start new. And the reason I say that, because Spirit keep on sending out the same cards. You have again the Ace of Wands to the Empress. There is going to be a new beginning, because this connection that fell apart You see those two little figurines off the top of the cake. It's like you weren't meant to be with that person, that twin flame energy that was holding you back from your soulmate. Your spark is going to come back. Your liveliness is going to come back. Your soul is being reignited. The betrayal is going to take its time to be processed. And after that, you are going to be celebrating a new beginning, starting over, realizing that you never needed this person to begin with, but that they were there to help you learn lessons of what to accept, what not to accept, what love really is and what it really isn't. What true companionship is, maybe what certain areas of your life you needed to work on healing. Because again, we're all human here. Like you may have acted very toxically in this relationship as well. What parts of you did you need to heal? And as a result of that, you find that love, that soulmate connection. It's able to come back in. We're going to pull a couple of oracle for you, but this is beautiful. This is a story of it all worked out for me, even though it all didn't work out. And that's beautiful. That is beautiful. So yeah, Pisces. It's funny. A lot of y'all don't watch my love readings, but then when I get personal reads, most of them are for love, which I find to be interesting. Like they do the worst on my channel, but they're the number one thing I get private readings about. So again, split the deck. We have future focus and outer turmoil. So the biggest thing here is what looks like this raging sea, what looks like this situation that you can't overcome. It's actually gonna all be fine, and you just need to continue to focus on your future. So this card says, battles, arguments, and unnecessary conflicts. Feels like their world is falling apart, literally. Physical world filled with chaos, confusion, and destruction. And that could be how you're feeling because, again, the potential outcome for this relationship, and you could be living in this right now, is the Tower. Everything is exploding. You could be going through legal battles. You could be having to divide up money, children, child support. You could be dealing even with paternity issues where you're like, what? that came out of left field. You could be dealing with just so much. I don't even want to say what I just saw, but just it could have affected your health. I'll just say that. On the bottom, this one says, I feel my life is falling apart and I don't know what to do. Whatever can go wrong has gone wrong, but the one thing that felt right was you. Yeah. And so it's like they had you trapped in this raging sea. And for a while you felt like this was normal, but this is not normal. This is toxic. And so for your future focus, it says strong sense of self and feeling hopeful, awakened, which is the Judgment card, and being aligned with connection, positive outlook on life, and focusing on the future. This is also card number 99. You could be seeing 999, and that is about what you need to release. And that was that person, okay? It says here, I am devoted to returning to you, and I would say to the self. I'm starting to feel hopeful about the future because I see you being a big part of it. And I would say that would be you seeing yourself moving forward. And it looks like here, you will probably see some big changes with your love life in the fall, September to November. And we have unsent messages. So it says won't admit their true feelings, thinks about reaching out but is apprehensive, and then does not. Types of messages or picks up the phone but never hits or dials. So you're going to have a little secret admirer, okay? They're thinking about you. And that's probably that King of Cups, Queen of Cups energy. I feel like there's going to be someone who's looking at you, who's talking to a friend about you. You're going to catch the eye of somebody else. Maybe they'll finally send that message around September. And it says here, I really want to tell you how I feel, but is it too late? will you understand what I'm trying to say to you, or will you misinterpret my message? So I rather not say anything at all. So this person's scared to approach you. One thing I'll tell you guys really quickly, I always like to use little stories about my life, is my husband was apprehensive about our first date because he thought that I was in a relationship. Because that relationship at the time was public on Facebook, but I didn't publicly change the relationship to single. I left that private. So he was kind of like confused by our first meeting up, was a little bit apprehensive because he thought that I was still with somebody. So there could also be like this energy where you're getting out of this relationship and someone is interested in you or will become interested in you, but they don't know if they could approach you because they're not even sure that you're single. Or if you are single, they're like, would they really want to talk to me? Like, I'm a little bit nervous. So you have a little secret admirer that's going to come in if you are looking for love, maybe even if you aren't. But okay, Pisces, I really enjoyed this message. I'm wishing you all the best in love as you go through this transformation. It's time for you to take a leap of faith in a new direction. And what isn't working out for you is actually working out for you, okay? All right, love you guys. Bye.